Shalom Israel, this is Sister Kana. I pray you can see me, but it's more important that you can see the screen. I wanted to take the time to explain this diagram, and also I just want to announce that there won't be a Nappy Hair Chronicles today at the Secrets of the Times like I promised. I really wanted to do it, but something did come up, and I'm praying that I will be able to do the Thursday Nappy Hair Chronicle as well. If not, I'll make up for it, but this is just a makeup video as well, so that you can have something that you can start looking over for your calendars, and so that you can learn to create your own calendars once you know the rules that the Most High put in the Bible for us, to how to set things up and how to understand it. Praise AHAYAH. So you know the vernal equinox calendar template that Elder Ricard used in the Secrets of the Time. So I wanted to kind of make this more explanatory for you, and so that you'll have it. So it gives you the 31 is signifying the 31 day that's in each cycle according to the calendar, our months. Okay, seasons, I'm saying. I couldn't find the word. Seasons. Okay, so there's 4 days that are given, 31 days throughout our Hebrew calendar to signify the changing of the seasons. So here it's the 31. This is was for winter. We start with spring, 30 days. Okay, 30 days. And then this one, 30 days, and then the 1 day. So this one has 31 days. So it's 30, 30, 31 days. 30, 30, 31 days. 30, 30, 30, then the 1 day. Okay? So that's so you can understand. This is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, because March starts the first day. The so-called March starts the first day of our Hebrew calendar. Now, that's just in layman terms to get you to understand it. But, our Hebrew calendar, the January, February, March, April, May. Our Hebrew calendar goes according to numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because there are 12 months. So, and then the Hebrew, we use Hebrew numbers. Akkad, Shenya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash. So those are so that you won't be confused and wondering what these words are. I think there's a spelling error here, but okay. I was trying to do this really fast, so please forgive me, so I'll have something for you. Okay, so Akkad, Shenya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, like that. Shemawana. So just so you understand, what these names are for those who don't know. Okay? Let me go on. I just made a list for you. Hebrew months. Akkad, which is March, is for 30 days. Shenya, which is April, has 30 days. Shalash, May, which is signifying. It's 31 days for May. June, a rabbi, 30 days. Kamash, July has 30 days. And Shasha, August, has 31 days. 31. And that's what this signifies here. This is 30, but plus this one. Okay, and so forth. Shabai, September, 30 days. Shemawana, October, 30 days. Thashai, November, has 31 days. As you can see it. Asherah, December, has 30 days. Akkad, Asherah, January, has 30 days. Akkad, Shenya, February, has 31 days. And so that will reflect in this diagram so that you'll understand. There's 4 seasons, and these are the seasons. So, maybe next time I'll put something here like spring, this is going into summer, fall, and then winter. So, and the red, it signifies the 31 days, okay? Now, so that's to give you the, how the calendar falls. So when you make your calendar, you'll start to understand these things. I gave you a blank calendar. Now, when you look at this calendar, this is just a regular Gregorian calendar. I just took out the Hebrew days, right? I left them here just to give you an example, but this is starting. So when you look on your regular calendar for 2024, you'll see that Sunday is the 3rd of March, right? Because I took out the Hebrew days. And this will be your template. You can use this as a template. Now, guys, you can start with a blank template, or you can, set it up to where things are fairly in there. This is just the Gregorian numbers, but I kept the colors in there because we're going to take this information, study it, download the videos, download the information. There's 4. Now, let me go to the next one really quickly. This is with the because we're going to add in the Hebrew days, right? I left them here just to give you an example, but this is starting. So when you look on your regular calendar for 2024, you'll see that Sunday is the 3rd of March, right? Because I took out the Hebrew days. And this will be your template. You can use this as a template. Now, guys, you can start with a blank template, or you can, set it up to where things are fairly in there. This is just the Gregorian numbers, but I kept the colors in there because we're going to add in the Hebrew dates, and then so that I can show you how it's done. Okay, so this is just for you to practice. You can use a blank template and then start to make a regular Gregorian calendar, and then that way we can add in the Hebrew dates, and it is start to become easy. Now, it's not going to be easy at all, especially if you're not really that good with numbers. It will get confusing, but over time, you'll be able to, figure these things out. But it's important that you start to learn how the Hebrew calendar works. Okay? Now, let me go to the next one really quickly. This is with the Hebrew dates added in. Okay, so you can see, remember I showed you about the 7, 14, 21, 28, because this is the month of March, which is Akkad in the Hebrew, which means 1. So it's the first month according to the Hebrew calendar is March. Because it can vary depending upon how the Gregorian calendar will change. So that's why we have to have our Hebrew dates, because it varies because their calendar fluctuates so much. It's not fixed. Our Hebrew calendar is a fixed calendar according to the scriptures. So that's why you'll get the 7, 14, 21, 28. Every season, new season, you will see the calendar line up in this way. 7, 14, 21, 28. This is what the Most High gave us as signs. This is the secret of the times according to the Enoch and Jubilees. We have a pattern within our calendar that once you get the calendar right, it will flow in this way, because you get the season change. All that will line up with the 7, 14, 21. So it seems as if the Most High gave us a sign within, and what he said is the day, these are a sign, the Sabbaths are a sign. So here's the sign that during the seasons, which is very important to the Most High, because when you go into the book of Jubilees, it tells you about Noah set feasts according to him coming off the ark, and it goes directly in line with the seasons. So it's very important to the Most High. This is how we are going to be able to put our calendar together. And I just want to show you, give you an idea, so that way you can start to put it together. Every change of the seasons, you will find the last day of the year will be on the Shabbat, which will be a 31. Okay? It will always be a 31, the last day before the changing of the seasons. So that way, it will fall in line with the 7, 14, 21, 28. And it will go flawless. every changing of the season, every new season will line up this way. So you got March, you got then the first month, the fourth month, the seventh month, and the 10th month. Right now, I'm just focusing on the first month. So I want you to just study this until we get together again. And this may be a good thing that it worked out this way, that you can kind of just look at it, create your own calendar, put the Sunday Akkad, Monday Shinyah, Tuesday Shalash, Wednesday Arabai, Thursday Kamash, Friday Shashah, and Shabbat is Shabbat, okay? The 7th month. And we'll go from there. But I wanted to give you this so that you can start to work on it. You can download these 4 pictures and so that you can have it. Now just to give you a heads up, I go into the, which program do I use? I forgot the name. Not the PowerPoint. Okay, I forgot the name of it. But you can create your own calendar with the template, of your own. There's many templates that you can create your own calendar. Just get the boxes together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 normally. Sometimes it's 5, but always because I leave that line open for the last day of the year for the seasons change, so that you can see that 30, 31 day is always going to be on the Shabbat, and that way, so it's always between 5 and 6 lines for your calendar. So just keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And if it's 5, then you can delete it, but if not, you can, you can keep it. So I just wanted to give you an idea to start setting up your calendar, and then we'll go fill in the dates. But you can just normally look at the March calendar for 2024, and you'll see the dates will line up. And then that way you can start to add in the Hebrew dates, and so that you can see which, how this thing works and how our days, when our holy days come in. Because the Most High said it's a sign between us and Him. And we have a lot of brothers and sisters that's still calculating their holy days by the moon, and which is incorrect according to the Enoch and according to the Book of Jubilees. Book of Jubilees, I believe, is 50, chapter 50, and starting at 40. Okay. Most of our Hebrew Israelite brethren are following the holy days according to the moon, which this is incorrect according to the Book of Enoch and according to the Book of Jubilees. It says that our brothers and sisters will follow the holy days according to the moon, which will throw them off. The moon comes in 10 days too soon, and so they will totally be off. And they got this information from the Jewish people because, of course, we didn't know the information and we thought they were doing it right. But it's time for our brothers and sisters to put that information down. It's not of the Most High AHAYAH. It's not His holy days and calendar, and we must put it down. And unfortunately, my sisters who are watching, the brothers, a lot of our brothers will stumble because of this, because they refuse to put down what was taught to them by these Gentiles. When it's clear in the Revelations 3 and 9 and Revelations 2 and 9 that they are the synagogue of Satan. But our people will still refuse, and it's because of a hard head and stiff neck. And a lot of our people will be destroyed because of this very thing. They will think that they can come into the wilderness and do what they think is right just because they feel it's right. And brothers and sisters, and a matter of fact, I just spoke to a brother yesterday, and I mentioned to him, and every time I speak to people, I try to bring this up, but their hearts are so hardened, and they are here in Jordan, and the Most High will destroy them because of this. He said He will remove the rebels, people who just refuse to believe and study, and and a lot of times it's just because of sin. There's some type of sin that they cannot see, they will not hear, and but it's hard to tell Israel that. You can't tell them anything, brothers and sisters. So, and I urge you, brothers and sisters, to try to try to, once you get this information and you see that it's correct, because there's not too many ways you can error once you get this information. Even with our brother Elder Wakar, who brought it out, he still was one day off. Now, I know it's because of infiltration, but people who want to argue the fact that there's no infiltration, you explain to me why this brother would still, not be reasonable to see his error, repent, and just fix the calendar. Okay, it's not that hard. But if it is infiltration, they do not want us to come back to our Father. They refuse to allow us to connect back to our Father. And this is why infiltration is among us, because they know that this is the most important thing, that we cannot come back to serve our power on the right holy days. This is the commandments. We will be in line with our power, AHAYAH, and that's what they don't want. So this is why there's so much confusion about this calendar, and the fact that the Most High had to use a woman to bring it forth. For the life of you, I don't know why I have to be making these videos as a sister in this truth, coming to you, bringing forth these holy days. Why? Why do I have to do this? And I'm not, dealing with any kind of pride or ego. I know I should not have to do this. But because of the infiltration, because of the misinformation, the disinformation that's perpetrated upon our people, that we can't even get this information from our brothers. No one is coming to this conclusion. No one is coming, to feel that this is important enough for them to teach even. Why is that? When it's the most important thing to our awakening, coming back to the Most High, keeping his feast, as he spoke it in Leviticus 23. It's the most important thing, brothers and sisters. Aside Christ and his work and that he died for us, outside of our awakening and understanding the good news that Christ will return and he came for us, we need to know our holy days. We need to know how to worship the Most High and when. And it's very important to the Most High. So I don't understand, this, but I'm happy to bring it to you. Praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. His will and his work, it will be done. Even if he has to use a woman. I'm just thankful. So I'm not complaining about it. I just putting it to you, frankly. Why? Why do our sister have to come if we're supposed to follow our men? Why do I have to come and reiterate these holy days? And once you study it, you'll know without a shadow of a doubt that it's correct, that it's not off. And nobody at this point, till this day, have been keeping the holy days correctly. We have not, as a Hebrew Israelite nation, we have not. Elder Wakar was off one day. All the congregations was off. Only if you went into it like I did and started really, really studying, and those who was listening to me got it correctly. But for the whole, our people have been off. We still have not been keeping the holy days according to the Bible. As a whole, I'm saying. I've been doing it for years. But it's just not about Sister Kana and Sister Mayana and a few of us who have been, who studied it and was getting into it. And they listened to what I was saying and they took heed. So I urge you, brothers and sisters, to get into this. I'm sorry to go there, but it's on my spirit. It has to be taught and it has to be said. If it's, we want our men to stand up and take a leadership role in this and that. But you cannot if you're not even going to follow the Most High in his correct holy days. How are you worshiping him? How, brothers and sisters? You have been lied to. You have been lied to. It's been a big lie going on. People are lying in your face week after week, day after day, with these false prophets telling you lies and keeping you off one day on your holy day. Brothers and sisters, wake up. So we're going to go back into this. I'll see you next week, how you're willing, and we'll finish this off. But I pray you take this information, study it, download the videos, download the information, and go in and make your own calendars. It's very important. I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH Ashur AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya Wa Qadash Rawach. Shalom.